I thought he was great. He's got a great demeanor, very captivating. Just everything from his features to the tone of his voice helps bring you into the story.
I really, really loved it, and my family's from Mexico, and they came and they wanted to go to the ranch, and I was surprised because we had that program in Mexico. So now I can go and again take them again and say, hey, I know more about this ranch. So it is amazing. He's really nice, he's very eloquent. I love this speech.
I thought it was very interesting and very good. I enjoyed the history. And I had been out South Fork a number of times, so it's really interesting to see what the real South Fork was.
He was actually really funny. His presentation on his house and the history of it was entertaining. That's not usual. Most of the time you hear about history, especially about old houses and stuff like that, and it's usually pretty boring, but he did a great job.
It was very informative, and the history lesson for me, being a part of the community for about 20 years, the history pre my time here was really interesting. I always enjoy learning about the community and the people, and then the connection to some of the shows that I grew up on kind of was interesting as well.
He's obviously done this before. You can tell a professional speaker from someone who's kind of stumbling their way through the words. He didn't do that at all. He kept the audience great.
Go ahead and do his deal. Do you want the others unsigned? Just please.
You can do it,
Robert, another Judy.
correct, that is true.
This has been a great event. These guys were great. We have to stay within the Rotary guidelines. What do you mean? They're strict about it. Doug's a tough guy.
Especially our guy.
He is
Good about it.
I can tell.
What?
The good news, Bill, is you're like me and you've lived in places like New York.
I lives in Canton, Texas, and then my brother Tom lives in Dallas. Not
Frisco's response, because many citizens say it's probably going to be needed to engage.
They were a little surprised that it didn't get voted and approved.
Yeah,
I mean, it got
is it close?
I think it's 4 sections. It's big.
Not like.
My father purchased this piece of property in 1965. What do you think he might have paid for this house? And before you answer, let me say that it was a 14,000 square foot house. It looks bigger than it really is here. It was 200 acres to start with. Had a swimming pool, it had barns, cattle pens, there were a bunch of ancillary buildings around there. It was as much of a compound as it was anything. Any guess about what my dad paid? 1965, what did he pay for this ranch?
100,000. 100,000.
100,000? 250,000.
Oh, okay.
$250,000. So the backstory about the fire is that my parents, whose marriage was never perfect, what marriage is, my parents had a late in life divorce. This is picnic tables, porta potties, and people of course are creating trash. This is back when people smoked cigarettes more. People were throwing their cigarette butts around, things like that. Well, that just didn't work for my dad. So I just thought all this at the entire Frisco Fire Department right there. So this is what happened. Can you hear that? No. Sorry, we're running low on time. I'm under the 2 minute, the 1 minute warning here. So I'm going to wrap this up real quick.